Look at that ocean. Super calm, barely any swell at all, like 0 to 1 foot. And this is a day where I'm kind of getting back to the basics, kind of getting back to the very first type of fishing I've ever done. This is what I used to do with my parents and my brother and my grandpa and all my cousins growing up, and that's fishing the beach. Now I got a couple rod and reels set up right here. We'll get to that one in a minute, and we're gonna be going for some big fish today, but first we got to get bait. So I have my Salt X 4000 on my 9.5 foot Salt X surf rod, and it's kind of like a pompano rig, just modified a little bit. So it's just a dropper rig. I got little hooks, these little Salt X inline circles. And what we're gonna do is look for some bait. I mean, you can use shrimp, you can use sand fleas, you can use fish gum, you can use all sorts of things. And the difference between this rig and the way I normally pompano fish is I have no floats. My hooks are closer together and closer to the weight. Now we're gonna go ahead, let's drop these back in the backpack. That's all I bring, backpack. I got a cast net in case I want to throw the net, see if there's anything in the trough. But some sand fleas have been showing up. So if you look down the shoreline, you can see there's some little markings that go all the way down. There's a lot of little sand fleas. They're perfect thumbnail size sand fleas, which are gonna catch just a croaker or a whiting or just something that would entice a big snook. So it looked like there was some right here. Got a big scoop. No need for a rake or anything. We're just looking for a couple of them. Look at that, it's a perfect size sand fleet right there. Thought I felt more. There's another one right there. There's another one right there. Let's get all 3 of them. Another one, there's 4. Is that one? No. So I think that's it. 4 sand fleas. I'll show you exactly what they look like in case you don't know. But that right there is candy. We always have the chance when we're using good baits like this for pompano. So could get a pompano, could get a permit, you never know. There's no walls, there's no boundaries out there. But we're gonna go ahead and get that rod set up closer to the water, get it out there, see if there's any croakers. I'm gonna get the action hat on my head. Let's go ahead. Little tip you can do if you stomp down with your heel, get the sand packed real hard, you can put them in there and they will not be able to dig down deep enough to where you can lose them. They might be able to dig just a little bit, but you'll still be able to see them. So let's get the action hat on. Move this rod down by the water, get it out there for croakers, and then I'll fish it for a couple minutes, and if I don't get something right away, I'll go ahead and start throwing the cast net, because there's always something to be had. Whether it's little pilchards, little croakers, little whiting, we'll get something to use for bait. There we go. Perfect. Now we're gonna go grab 2 of those fleas. Sand flea number 1, these hooks are super sharp. That's a must with sand fleas. I'm gonna try to go pretty far, like a decent lob. Not crazy far, but way further than I can hit with the cast net. And we'll see what we can find. Yeah, and that's that 4000 Salt X on the 9.5 foot Salt X surf rod. I use it from everything from fishing the jetty to tarpon and snook on the beach. And we're just watching that rod tip, looking for a little bounce, 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 and that would be the croakers or a little whiting. Or it could just totally double over and be a nice pompano. Went ahead and moved my other rod down here so I can get ready real fast. If I get a bite on that one, I can put the croaker straight on here. I don't need to put it in a bucket or anything. Just got a little J hook right here. I'll figure out that tangle in a minute. But that's the 2000 Tsunami Evict, 10-pound braid. 7-foot Tsunami Scale Tech rod, and it's kind of ironic that I'm using this big strong surf rod to catch little baits, and then I'm going to take them to the little rod and put them out there for big old giant snook or whatever else you can find. But I'm not using the big rod for the power, I'm using it for the distance. I want to get out past the waves, get out to where I think there could be some croakers. Been out there for about a minute or 2 minutes. So obviously the croakers aren't super thick, but we could cast further, we can cast shallower, and we can throw the cast net. So I'm gonna get this one all set up so I know it's ready, get the bucket down here, and then start throwing the net. We'll grab the net, do a couple throws with the net while we're waiting. So this is the 8-foot net. I got it last year, and it was just towards the end of the season, so you guys haven't seen me use it too much. But this is the 8-foot Juju cast net. Figured I'd try it out. And so far, I'm really liking it. I used it all through Mahara season. Caught tons of bait with it. Used it for finger mullet. And now it's time to start throwing it on the beach in the trough. The tuck lines on it, I can say, are the perfect length. Sometimes you get a net, a cheap net, and the tuck lines are the wrong length. You get tangled up all the time. But we're just kind of walking right down to where that little wave sucked up. That's like right where the trough starts. There's a little drop off after that. So wait for one more wave, then load the back. And I'm doing the triple load technique, and it'll be a perfect throw every time. You don't need to, like, unless you got a tangle in your net, you don't need to do all sorts of weird, put it in your mouth, flipping the net over. Just a simple triple load technique. And all we're gonna do is walk the trough, doing several throws like this. And we're looking for just something sitting in the trough. Little pile of pilchards, little teeny pilchards, like that big. That's what we're gonna do. I need to put a little bit of a smaller hook on. This is like a 2-0, I'm gonna put a 1-0 on. Maybe I'll even put on one of the Salt X hooks. That'll actually be a good little hook. Whew! He's jumping. Just threw a little teeny pinch weight on there. And we're just gonna lob them out there, not far at all. There we go. Got something on the sand flea rod. Took a while, had to search around. Seems like they were really far out. So we're gonna see if we can get a couple baits. See what they are. Hopefully it's something good. Hopefully it's a nice, my ideal bait would be a spot. A Zuki croaker or a spot. But I'll take a hardhead croaker. Anything except a pompano, because it's not a big pompano if it is. It feels kind of like a spot though. Oh no, it's a decent sized whiting. Could be worse problems to have, I guess. Nice whiting. Settle, 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 settle. Circle hook got them just like they do when I'm pompano fishing. That would be a good eating size whiting too. Nice black little spot on the tail. That is a good whiting. It would be a good eater. I don't have ice. I'm not ready to keep anything. We're gonna let him go. Uh-oh. It's coming at me. Whatever this is, another bigger fish on the sand flea again. Little teeny live sand fleas. This is doing like a pompano run coming at me. See what happens when it hits the trough. Felt a decent amount of weight when I laid into it. Oh, he's still there. Little head shakes. Man, feels too big to be a bait. Something I can use for bait. Maybe not though, maybe not. Gosh, another solid whiting. Gosh, these little circle hooks are super good. Let's take them back out. Bye-bye. So it's time to get some more sand fleas. You can see them sitting right there in that little wash zone. I get the action hat up on my head. I can see them right there. I'm gonna wait for the next wave and we're gonna do a double scoop. We don't need a rake for this sort of thing. We're not trying to get a bucket full. I don't like that wave. After the next big wave we'll do it. I can still see them sitting all right there. That's a good little wash. Okay, and then when we throw our sand, throw it at an angle and pick them all up. One. There's 2, there's 3. This will help us get a couple more out there. Let's send out this Atlantic threadfin. There we go. Something ate it. Something ate the little pilchard. Oh, it's a jumper. It's a jumper. What do we got here? I couldn't even tell what it was. First thought, I thought bluefish by the way it was fighting. Is that a trout? No, it's a blue. It's a blue, it's a blue. Something different. Hook got him right where it's supposed to. Definitely not the big fish we're after, but better than sitting inside. Get out of there. Pretty slow. Really can't get the bait I want. I mean, I'm getting these little pilchards and had that bluefish, a couple other really little hits, probably really similar bluefish. But we're gonna go take a little break, go grab some lunch, and then come back with some good bait. I'm gonna go get some good bait. Now we're in business. All thanks to Ryan McKay Charters, because I forget his charter company.
Catch them all.
No, it's not catch them all. Woo, we got him. All right, we got one of them new baits out, and we just saw a fish blow up, so it could be good timing. See if it all comes together. Ryan found him. He's got the snooter. It's not teeny. He's decent. He's got that same set of eyes. Actually, he's got a little different 3000 reel with the carbon shield rod. That's crazy. Fish those little pilchards, nothing. You get that croaker out there. He had a little croaker on for bait. Is that another one under him? Maybe not. I thought I saw one. Feisty. It's right in the corner. It's all about that grace. Just getting that grace, pulling them in down the wave. Oh, there he goes. Ryan got the first fish of the day. Almost. Close enough for it to count. We got Rodney over here fishing one for me in the rod holder. Right here. So that's the kind of way I'm feeling today. Let's see if Rodney gets one. That'd be cool. Snook got it. Nope. Yep. Yeah, it looked like a little bit of bigger fish. We're still walking sideways down the beach. Tarpon blew up on him. Snook blew up on him. We're fishing pretty light drag. That is sick. Woo! Man, I wish I had that tarpon though. It's about a 15-pound tarpon. But I'm not complaining here.
What happened to the shark?
There he is. Oh, a bunch of mullet in the surf. He's tail wrapped right now. Go nice and easy with him. Come on, buddy, come on. Sliding him backwards. Wrapped right around his fin or his tail, I can't really tell. Oh no, he got snagged by it. Got snagged by it. Let's take him back out here. Send him off his way. We're gonna find something better, find something bigger.